When we say about monarchs, the first comes Camus. Camus is a river Cam in Cambridge, which used to go near Cambridge University. Here, River Cam is referred as a Camus, a famous person. And then Camus says that, oh, who hath reft my dearest pledge? Who has, how I have lost my dearest pledge? He was my dearest pledge. And then, who has robbed him? Then next comes the pilot of Galilean lake, which we know, Saint Peter, who holds the keys to heaven. And then he says he could have spared so many such clergy who are only for their belly's sake, who are not sincere, who are only for their belly's sake. He would have spared so many of them for the life of Lycidas. And then he says, then in the next paragraph we find he's referring to the return Alpheus, he's referring to many rivers, and then he's referring to all those flowers that have come morning, tufted primrose that forsake, that never dies, primrose is so sad, and then croto, jessamine is so pale, and then pansy is freaked with marked with black color which shows morning, then musk rose, cowslips wan their head, bows down the head, amaranthus which never sheds its beauty also sheds its beauty, and then daffodil's cup is filled with cheers. All these have come, and then he is saying that all these have come to decorate the coffin of Edward King. And then Edward King's dead body is not yet found, so he's asking the dolphins and all the seas that they should take care of his body wherever it be. In the final part, we see a kind of positive note where he says, weep no more, woeful shepherds, weep no more, for Lycidas your sorrow is not dead, sunk though he be beneath the watery floor, so sinks the day star in the ocean bed, and yet anon repairs his drooping head. So he says that weep no more, shepherds, weep no more. He is sunk, he has sunk his head, but then so is the sun. Sun sinks its head every night, every evening, but then in the morning it rises again. The same way Lycidas also will rise again, and then he will be in the heaven where saints will accompany him, and they will remove his tears from his eyes. And then now Lycidas is uplifted to the position of the genius of the shore. People, the navigators and the sailor, will consider him as the patron of their patron for them. He will be considered as the patron for navigators and sailors, and they will pray to him for a successful journey. They will pray to him so that they won't be drowned. Thus sang the ungout swain. So thus sang the ungoat swain refers to Milton himself. So he sings that, and then he, with that positive note, he rises up. He rose at last. At last he rose and twisted his mantle blue. Tomorrow to fresh wood and pastures new. So he, with this positive note, he gets up that his friend Edward King is now in heaven, and then he's enjoying that heavenly bliss. He's with the saints, and then with that positive notes, he is ready to go tomorrow to the fresh woods and the pastures new. Though he will be alone, he will be going to the fresh woods and pastures. As we know, miles and miles we have to go before our sleep, as how Robert Frost says. The same way he also says that, like, tomorrow he will be moving to fresh pastures, fresh woods and pastures new. He will be moving, and then he is now accustomed to the death of Edward King, and then he's out of that gloominess. So this is Lycidas, written by John Milton, and then it's a pastoral elegy, and then it represents the pastoral poetry, and it's a very famous poem, and I hope all of you like it. Thank you.